Hi everyone, good evening. Nurse Nana here. So I want to talk about something very important. I want to talk about stress. Um, in fact, stress is a slow poison. About 90% of illnesses have been related to stress, or research have been done, and they are linked to stress. 90% of illnesses are stress related, and the funny thing is that stress can affect most of your body functions, and it can also affect your immune system, making your system susceptible to infections and illnesses here and there. And when it gets really serious, which is the chronic stage, chronic stress, and chronic stress in most cases is the number one culprit to excessive weight gain. Yes, even though sometimes it can lead to when you have when there's chronic stress, it can lead to weight loss, but the main culprit is weight gain. If you gained weight so quickly over a short period of time, or you're finding it difficult to lose weight, then you have to check your stress level. And there's a hormone which is called cortisol, and this cortisol is our body's regulator. It's a hormone that regulates our metabolism, it regulates our immune system, it regulates the function of so many metabolic functions in our body. That's cortisol, and usually there's supposed to be a level that this cortisol is supposed to be in our body. Like there's a normal amount, an acceptable amount they're supposed to be in your body. But when this cortisol are in high levels, they there are so many things that they can cause, and some of these things may include: number one, that's if you want to know if your cortisol levels are high, these are some of the reasons, these are some of the things, these are some of the pointers that you check to know that your cortisol levels are high. So the number one would be, if you want to know actually that your cortisol levels are high, is if you have low appetite. You don't feel like eating, especially in the mornings. You just have this low appetite, you don't want to eat. Your cortisol levels are definitely high. And then another reason is if you have a low another reason is if you are exercising, you're doing all you can, you're on a low deficit calorie, and yet you're still gaining weight. You understand? You're exercising, you're eating right, and you're still gaining weight. This is an indicator that your cortisol level is high, meaning you are stressed and it needs to be managed. And then another thing is that most of the time you are alert. Number two. So the first one I said lack of appetite, right? The second one I said you're exercising, you're on a low deficit calorie, you're eating right, and you're still gaining weight. The third one is most times you realize that you're always alert and tired at the same time. What this means is that you are tired, and normally if you are tired, you're expected to go and sleep or rest, but you can't rest. You're tired and yet you are alert. You find it difficult to just lie down, go and you are stressed, but you can't rest. It means your cortisol is high. and then you can't sleep. And even when you manage to go and sleep, you will not sleep for long. You wake up maybe in the middle of the night, or you wake up 3 hours later, and you find it difficult to go back to sleep. Or if you sleep, any slight noise or sound wakes you up. You can't sleep soundly, deeply, you understand, to enjoy your 7 hours. And between the normal hours that you need for a perfect good sleep and rest is 7 hours. 7 to 8 hours. That's the perfect time too. 6 hours, 4 hours is you're playing with your health. And then another thing is we talked about immune system, right? When we talked about the cortisol regulating your immune system, and now if it is excessively high, sorry, if your cortisol level is excessively high, then it might affect your immune system, which might make you susceptible to illness. And so you find out that you're getting sick all the time. This week you're sick, you're okay, in the next 2 weeks you're sick, in the next 1 month you're always falling sick. It's a sign that you need to check your stress level, your cortisol level. It's a sign that your body needs to rest. And then another pointer to your cortisol level being high is if you can't, okay, we've talked about exercising. So if you're exercising and you can't get through your routines, your whole body is in pain, your whole body is sore, or you feel somehow even after exercise, then your cortisol, you have to get your cortisol checked. It might be high. And another thing is another issue is that okay, so basically that's it. So you need to get your stress level managed. It is very important that you get your stress level managed. It is very important that you recover from stress, because if you get to chronic stress, it's going to affect a lot of your organs. It's going to affect the functions of a lot of your organs, and therefore you need to check your cortisol level, and then you also need to manage your cortisol level. Because if you don't do so and they continuously stay at a high level, or they are constantly high, your cortisol is frequently high, and you do nothing about it, you understand, you keep them high, these are some of the things that might happen to you. You understand, your blood pressure, there will be increase in your blood pressure, there will be increase in your heart rate, and of course excessive weight gain. No matter what you do, you're not going to slim down, because your cortisol level are high. So your weight will increase, your blood pressure will increase, your heart rate will increase. So you can see how all your organs are. And then if unmanaged blood pressure can lead to kidney failure. You see the complications? One organ affects the other one organ affects the other one. And all this started from stress. You understand? And then another thing is that your digestive system is going to be a mess. You're going to be feeling nauseous, you're going to be feeling constipated, you're going to be diarrhea, vomiting, bloating here and there. I mean, your whole system is going to be a mess. And if your system is in a mess, if your gut system or your digestive system is in a mess, I can assure you that it's going to affect your skin. You're not going to glow. You're going to feel very uneasy. You feel somehow. You can't go through the day, and you need yourself whole, hearty, and well to think, function, and do things. So please manage your stress well, manage your health well. Thank you. I love you.